Hello, this is Nevada, and welcome to another video. This is part 3 of Time Adventures, where I tell you a story about, well, time and history and kind of like a scavenger hunt kind of thing. Yeah. If you haven't watched the last 2 videos, you probably should do that first before you watch this video, because you'll probably be confused of what's going on. Let's get started. Chapter 3. World War breaks out. Once the bright light died away and my vision cleared, I found myself in a large city. It was full of life and people. They were well dressed, the girls and women in dresses and the men in trousers. I could see carriages going up and down the streets. I couldn't help but take it all in. I noticed something that I only seen in pictures. Looking up, I saw the Eiffel Tower, its tall form hard to understand. I was in Paris, France. I could hardly believe it. I looked around the area, but I knew that this couldn't be the present-day France because I still had 6 more shards to find. Could I find another shard in this place? It was huge. Maybe I should ask for help? But then, who could I ask? This was France, and most people here spoke French and English. Started to walk down the sidewalk, trying not to make eye contact, but also trying to find the next piece. Where would it be? I wasn't sure, but I had to find it. I continued walking until I knew for sure. I was lost in the city. I wonder what year it was, what period it was. I looked around me and noticed a couple of boys nearby. They looked nice enough. Maybe I should see if I could find a way to communicate with them. They might actually have a translator or something. Who knows? I hurried to catch up with them. They appeared not to notice me for what seemed like a long time. One of them turned to me and asked something in French. I tried to say I couldn't speak French, nor could I understand it, but when the kid asked another question to me, I could hear the tone of his voice lower. I backed away a step, unsure of what was happening. The boys began trying to surround me, asking as many questions as I could in their language. Why would time travel have to be so mean? Why couldn't I somehow have the ability to speak any language I would like? Why was I always getting myself into trouble because I couldn't speak or understand other people? The boys came closer around me, trying to close off any escape that I could take. I was trapped because I thought these boys could help. Yes, I made the wrong move again. Why do I always find myself in trouble? Why couldn't I stay out of this? Why was I so clumsy? If I hadn't dropped the prism, none of this would have happened. Please, I just need help. I'm trying to... I trailed off when I saw the look on the lead boy's face. He did not like my ramblings, things he could not understand. Should I make it worse for myself? Please, just let me go. I mean no harm. The lead boy only stared at me. He did not look impressed. He said something to me and made the other boys laugh. The boy smiled. I tried to find a way out of that tight circle. A small hole where I could slip through. Found myself running with the boys at my heels. I wasn't a fast runner, but I wasn't slow either. I could probably outrun most of the boys in the group to find a way to slip away, I noticed. I made a mental note not to walk up to anyone unless I knew they spoke my language, and when I was sure I wouldn't get into trouble. After looking behind me a couple of times, I felt confident that I had lost the boys. I took a deep breath and paused by a tree. Kneeling down, I let my racing heart go back to normal. When I began to stand again, I noticed a glint in the brush. Bent down and picked up a bright and lovely-looking shard. What my luck! I looked over my shoulder to make sure no one was sneaking up behind me. I held the shard and took the first one I had found. What should I do? Suddenly, a voice in my head seemed to be telling me to put it together. I moved the shards closer to each other and they connected like a magnet. Suddenly, a bright light flashed. I found myself still in the same area. Puzzled, I looked around. You can't teleport when someone is nearby, a voice called in my head. I put the shard in my pocket. Why not? I thought back as I did. If they saw you disappear, it could ruin everything. And you've already done enough, rather than cause another issue. Hey, if you hadn't left that prison where I could find it and accidentally shatter it, then I wouldn't be in this mess. I snapped. None of this was my doing, boy. The boy replied. Get somewhere where you can go on your next trip. Where am I going now? Why can't you tell me? Where am I now? World War I has already begun. Your friends are closer to finding you if you don't get moving. I stood up straight and looked around me. Sure enough, the group was coming up to the path right toward me. I had no choice but to run. Achoo! I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but I apologize. One of the boys called. It had something else, but I was pretty sure I didn't know what that meant. I was almost sure he was calling me a coward. Well, if he only knew. If he only tried to understand what I was saying, maybe we could have been friends. But apparently, I had more enemies than I did friends. After a long time of running, I found myself in a small home where it looked abandoned and empty. I had lost the boys long since I had turned that fast corner a few miles back. I reached into my pocket and took out the prism. The room filled with light, as I soon teleported away. What a battle to fight, trying to make sure I stayed out of trouble. This would be much harder for me than I realized. I just hoped I would find all the 7 pieces before it was too late. And that's the end of that chapter. Thank you guys for watching this video. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell so that you can get notified when the next part comes out. Because you don't want to miss it. Whew, it's already getting intense. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and see you guys next time.